Hello everyone, welcome to Pilates with Kens. Today I'll be walking you through a 15-minute feel-good Pilates routine. So let's get started. We'll bring our arms out to a T and rotate our arms at the shoulders. We'll start to engage our core and fire up our arms. We're here for 7 and 6, 5, pulling our shoulders down and back, and 3, 2, last one. Good. Now we'll bend at our elbows in towards our side and then back out to a T, really pulling our shoulder blades together and our elbows down and in. We've got 6 more, and 5, inhaling out, 4, exhale 3, and 2, last one, and then we'll go straight into prayer to goal post. So prayer is where we put our forearms totally together and then pull out to a goal post. Pulling our shoulder blades together as we go out into our goal post. Pulling our arms in, doing our best to connect our full forearm and palm. We're here for 5 more. Inhaling out, and 4. 3 more. We'll do our bow and arrows in 2. Last one. Amazing work. And time for our bow and arrows. So we're going to pull one arm back and reach the other arm forward, trying to tuck our elbow in towards our side as we pull back and keeping our wrist nice and straight in towards our body. We're exhaling as we pull back. Good work. And we're here for 10 more. And 9. Still firing up our core. And 8. 7. And 6. Final 5. 4 more. And 3, think reaching to the front and pulling to the back. Good, last one. Awesome, and shake out your arms. Our next exercise is our cat-cow stretch. So we'll meet you in tabletop with our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We're going to inhale, lift our head, and exhale as we tuck our pelvis and round our back. We'll do this a few times. And we'll do 2 more here. Exhaling as we tuck our pelvis and round our back. Last one. Good work. I'll meet you in plank to do our plank to down dogs. We'll inhale as we go back into our downward dog, and exhale as we come back into a high plank with our shoulders stacked over our wrists and our body in a full straight plank position. Inhaling up and exhaling down to plank. Engaging the core and trying our hardest to get into a perfect line from our head to our toes. Do 2 more here. And last one. And we'll go straight into our single-legged downward dog to high plank. So I'll meet you back up into a plank position on one foot. We'll start on our left. And as we move into downward dog, we're going to kick the other leg straight up and then back to a high plank on that left foot. Inhaling up and exhaling back to that high plank. And we've got 2 more, inhaling up exhaling down, and last one. Coming back to our high plank, and let's switch feet. So now we're on our right foot into our high plank and kicking back into down dog, lifting that left leg. And two more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last one. And coming back into that high plank. Good work. Our next exercise will be our bird dog with a reach. So we'll meet you in tabletop with our wrists stacked underneath our shoulders and our knee underneath our hips. Our core is engaged, and we're going to reach forward with one arm and reach back with the opposite. And then we're going to pull our arm back and try to touch our foot as we bend our knee. Move back into that bird dog, and then back into tabletop. We'll reach the other arm forward and other leg back. We'll reach around, try to tap that foot, and then reach forward and back to tabletop. We're inhaling as we reach, exhaling as we pull back to try to touch our foot, inhaling back to reach, and exhaling as we go back into tabletop. As we work through this exercise, we want to still engage our core and try to keep our pelvis as even as possible. We've got three more here. Exhaling as we reach. And two. Good work, keeping nice and solid. Last one. Exhale to reach. Inhale back. And back to tabletop. Great work. Let's go ahead and sit back into child's pose and take a few deep breaths here. Our next exercise will be thread the needle. So we'll meet you again in tabletop position with our wrists stacked underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We'll reach one arm up towards the ceiling, turning our upper body as much as we can towards that side, and then bringing that arm underneath the other to thread the needle. We'll take a few deep breaths here. And come back into tabletop. Reach the other hand up towards the ceiling and then down and under to thread the needle on the other side. Take a few deep breaths and we'll do this 2 more times. Our next few exercises will be down on our stomachs in prone position. So let's meet down on the mat. Our first exercise will be our prone chest lift. So we'll place our forehead on the mat and reach our arms overhead. We'll lift our head and chest off the mat as we pull our arms down and back, and then go back to our resting position. Lifting the head and chest and pulling the arms down and back. We're exhaling as we lift and inhaling as we reset. And we've got 6 more. Exhaling up. And 5. Keeping our hips on the mat. And 4. Three more. Good. and 2. Last one here, and hold, and rest. Good work. We'll go into our swimming exercise. To do this exercise, we'll lift our head and chest and our legs off the mat and flutter the opposite arm and leg at the same time. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one, and rest. Good work. Let's go ahead and make our way up onto our knees and begin our stretching series. We'll begin with our front deep lunge. Let's go ahead and lunge onto our right leg, making sure that our knee is stacked over our ankle as we sit deep into this lunge. We'll take a few deep breaths here. And let's sit back into our left foot, getting a nice hamstring stretch along the back of our right leg. And let's switch legs, lunging deep into our left side, again keeping our knee stacked over our ankle as we squat into this lunge. Let's sit back into our right leg, getting a nice stretch along the back of our left. Let's make our way seated down to the mat. Extend our left leg out and bend our right, and we'll lean into that left leg, feeling the nice stretch along the back of our left leg. Go ahead and switch, extending the right leg and bending the left and leaning into the right leg, feeling the nice stretch along the back of our right leg. Go ahead and extend both legs out to stretch our middle splits and lean forward as much as possible. Slowly sit up nice and tall, and we'll bend our both legs in to stretch our butterfly stretch. Let's extend our feet straight out in front of us to stretch our neck. We'll pull our left ear to our left shoulder and slightly press down on our head, ever so lightly. And let's move over to the other side, bringing our right ear to our right shoulder and pressing down ever so slightly. Release your neck. Slowly roll your shoulders back a few times and forward. And let's bring our arms overhead, connect our palms, and bring them down in front of our hearts. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining along. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.